Manchester City's leading scorer is number 8 Paul Walsh, who spent more than 4 years with Spurs. His ally in attack, Niall Quinn, who's made a fine recovery from the severe knee injury which ruled him out of the World Cup with the Republic of Ireland. City keep the side which won at Queen's Park Rangers. Goalkeeper Andy Dibble and right back Richard Edgehill, both red-carded in that game, but they start their suspensions next Saturday. Tottenham's defender Kevin Scott was scheduled for a suspension today, but the Football Association supported Spurs' claims that there had been a miscarriage of justice when Scott was sent off 2 weeks ago. He's been reprieved. Spurs still without Darren Anderton, but his recent replacement, Jason Dezelle, scored both goals when Tottenham achieved their most recent victory at Main Road last season. It's always been a very good playing surface here, although David Ellery had a visit as a referee last season around the Christmas holiday period when he had to abandon a game at half-time, so heavy was the Manchester rain then. Rain is forecast this afternoon, but it hasn't really arrived as yet. Well, this is the third season of the Premier League, and Manchester City are still seeking their first Premier points against Spurs. Tottenham have done the double over City for the last 2 years, as well as winning 2 important cup ties against them here at Main Road during that period. Here's Nicky Somerby at the club, graced for so long by his father, and an early run from Somerby Jr. Sheringham questioning the free kick David Ellery's given. But they are in a buoyant mood, the Manchester City players. They've had problems winning away games, and to do it at Queen's Park Rangers last week was a great boost to them. That was Flitcroft really competing at the far post. It's a goal kick. He's a fine player at the present, Gary Flitcroft, but certainly one for the future as well. And look out for him and another youngster, home-produced Steve Lomas, in the centre of Manchester City's midfield today. Klinsmann. Popescu, realising he got more players on the right-hand side, dropping it over Phelan. Barmby. Klinsmann for Barmby. It's great play from Tottenham, and no one following in as the goalkeeper parried. Dibble did his job to keep out the shot. Tottenham just a little slow going in for a second effort when the goal was gaping. Dezelle, Sheringham has rather hooked it across the face of the goal. A little, perhaps, superstitious touch of the post from Andy Dibble there to count his blessings. Here comes Spurs again. So successful here in recent times, and beginning to turn the screw a little and make it more difficult for Dibble. Nicky Barmby let rip. Dibble parried. Klinsmann for Dumitrescu. It's too long for Barmby. But Manchester City were struggling in the wake of Spurs then. The instant rapport here, particularly between the foreigners. And they couldn't get an Englishman in at the end of it all. Barmby. Edgehill really made that his bravely. Flitcroft. Lomas. Looking to pick out Quinn. Oh, it came off Campbell. Walsh! 1-0 Manchester City. And it's the former Tottenham player who's hurt Spurs here. Lomas with the cross, looking for Quinn. Campbell got there, but only teed it up for Walsh.
And City's goal scored by number 8, Paul Walsh.
The goal coming in the 16th minute. And for Walsh, it's his 8th already this season in League and Cup. Sheringham. Scott, the player who got the reprieve from the FA, otherwise would have been suspended from this match. Barmby. Oh, Klinsmann is in here and he's put it wide. Well, after that furious start to his season, the goals in the league have dried up a little bit. Hasn't scored in the last 4 Premiership games for Spurs, but you'd have put your money on him equalising here against Manchester City, but he didn't. Lomas couldn't really control it. Flitcroft couldn't get there, and here's Dumitrescu. Sheringham. Popescu. Sheringham. Oh, Klinsmann. Yes, it's got to be a penalty. Andy Dibble brings down Jurgen Klinsmann. And David Ellery produces a yellow card for the goalkeeper who was sent off last Saturday and must have feared the worst here. Now, Spurs have had so much problems with their penalties this season. Sheringham has wasted 3 from the spot. And the ball has been picked up very confidently by Ilya Dumitrescu, who has the responsibility here. Dumitrescu against Dibble, 1-1. Well, maybe a problem solved in more ways than one for Tottenham. They've level it on the scoreline here and possibly found a penalty taker for the future as well. Dibble, as Klinsmann went down, always when Jurgen Klinsmann is involved in penalty incidents, there's questions raised because of his reputation as somebody who tries to influence the referee. Walsh in front of Campbell. Back for Beagrie. Summery! Well, he cropped up in an area there that took Spurs by surprise. But Peter Beagrie spotted him. And just a bit of a challenge on Summerby that distracted the header. Came from Edinburgh. Gazelle. Scott fit to join in again. Dumitrescu. That's deflected. Oh, against the bar. Sheringham. Well, Spurs very unfortunate here. You could argue, I suppose, that they had some luck in the way it lifted over Dibble off Edgehill against the bar, down and out. Sheringham believed that it should have been a corner. The referee's given a goal kick and it's still 1-1. It should have been a corner. Quinn was a bit unlucky because Lomas had made a good run. Quinn just put too much weight into the header. Edgehill. Now Barmby. Flitcroft. Lomas sets off again through the centre. Flitcroft looks wider to Summerby. City keeping their shape well. Oh, Walsh! And it's followed in by Quinn. Manchester City are back in front. Walsh, who got the first goal, seemed sure to get the second here, but he put his header straight at Walker, who parried it. But there was Quinn, flying in. A superb cross from Summerby. Unfortunate for the goalkeeper, but great opportunism from Quinn. 2-1 to City. 4 minutes or so to go to half-time. Offside given. So after equalising through Dumitrescu's penalty, Tottenham tried to come again. Quinn for Walsh. Degree. And 6 City players forward here. Quinn! Still Quinn! He dropped, the ball dropped. But he wasn't able to turn it goalwards in the end. A worthy challenge with Ian Walker. And it came off Quinn's head, but outside the post. Sheringham. Begree. Skipping away. Campbell's had to go across. That's left Quinn. Walsh is in the middle as well. Walsh! Well stopped Walker, but it's gone in. He got a strong contact, the goalkeeper. But it's 3-1. And Paul Walsh has got another. Campbell drawn across. Quinn was able to slip it across. And the power of Walsh's effort carried too much weight in the end for Walker. And what a finish to the half for Manchester City, right on the 45-minute mark. Been a real treat, the home games for Manchester City so far this season, including one cup tie. They've now, the home fans, seen their side score 20 times. This is the 7th game staged here. And Walsh eager for the battle straight away. No surprise in that. He's on a hat-trick. Barmby. Sheringham. Well, Tottenham will feel that they've got the capacity to open City up and improve their position, but it's more a matter of taking chances than making them. Dumitrescu. Oh, Edgehill a bit overconfident there. Klinsmann, Dumitrescu, and it's 3-2. There was another touch along the way, but Dumitrescu salutes the Spurs followers. The very last thing that Manchester City wanted to start the second half. 2 for Dumitrescu. And again, a deflection leaving Dibble with no chance. Will go down, I'm sure, as Dumitrescu's goal. And it's really set up the second half, which had been running a minute. And the goals keep on coming. Now, Sheringham, Dumitrescu. Well, I had a little feel of the World Cup about it when Dumitrescu ran into that sort of area to score splendidly for Romania against Argentina. Sheringham just slipping as he played the ball. Maybe that's why he was finally an inch or two astray. Manchester City trying to pick up their momentum in the second half. Beagrie, after more good work from Walsh, still Beagrie. Yes! And Lomas. City re-establish themselves. Steve Lomas. They had players flying into the middle here. Manchester City working it on a wide front once more. Peter Beagrie, the supplier. Steve Lomas, the scorer.
City's first goal, scored by number 21, Steve Lomas.
We're only 8 minutes into the second half. And it's Manchester City 4, Tottenham Hotspur 2. The Northern Ireland international, who they say here might save the club a lot of money. Talk about going into the transfer market to pep up the midfield, but Lomas alongside Flitcroft doing the job to the liking of Brian Horton and his staff. Here's Popescu. 35 minutes left. Barmby. Well, for a second it looked as though Klinsmann was complaining, but in the end encouraging his younger teammate. It was, again, eye-catching passing from Tottenham. City couldn't catch up with the play, but Barmby, rather than pulling the ball back where Klinsmann wanted it, and that wouldn't have been easy to do, he took the option of shooting and was wide. Barmby. Dumitrescu. Edinburgh with the cross. Sheringham. And again. Teddy Sheringham rather getting too much on top of his header. Dibble stuck out an arm. Fine ball by Justin Edinburgh. Sheringham heading it down. And Dibble was able to reach the bounce as he went down. Hazard with the corner. Quinn away. Walsh. He just left Summerby through the centre. Campbell. Popescu. Here's Klinsmann. Oh, Barmby almost beat Dibble to it. Goalkeeper has already conceded one penalty today and got a yellow card for it. Quinn. One more and surely City would be safe. Summerby. Lomas. Well, they're really taking to Steve Lomas here.
Councillor Neil Warren.
There are those at Main Road who believe that Lomas's best position is in fact at right back, but here he is in the centre of midfield. Already a scorer today and not too far away with that effort. Campbell. Popescu, offside. Beagrie. Walsh. Leaving Hazard. Trying to slip. Campbell, he's past him. But he checked again. He's put it on a plate for Flitcroft. 5-2. For a moment it looked as though it had been one turn too many for Paul Walsh, but it only was if he was being selfish in searching for his own third goal. But he torments Tottenham again, and having checked back, he put it into an area where Flitcroft was roaring into, and surely City are safe now. Barmby and Phelan allowed to be in the way, really. Spurs just haven't made full use of their possession. And here comes City again. Beagrie. Peter Beagrie. Well, even when you arrive at Main Road these days, you feel the happiness around the place. A lot of that is to do with what's been going on off the field. We're in the 90th minute now. Kerslake. Well, Tottenham felt that in recent games they'd improved their defending, but not today. A feast of attacking football at Main Road, and Manchester City maintain their current momentum by picking up their first Premier League points against Spurs. 5-2 the margin, 2 for Walsh, 1 for Quinn, and the 2 central midfield players who did so well got in on the act as well. Steve Lomas and Gary Flitcroft. Peter Beagrie, a great provider from the left-hand side. A very welcome win after 2 successive league doubles over them by Tottenham, who scored today with Dumitrescu's penalty and his shot, which was deflected right at the start of the second half. Another setback for Spurs, who up to this point this season have been more productive away from White Hart Lane. You make long-term predictions about Manchester City at your peril, a famously inconsistent football club. But at the moment, there's a real mood of optimism at Main Road. Manchester City 5, Tottenham Hotspur 2. Right now.